Allow me to introduce Eugene. Mr. Eugene Seah is a Senior Director, Group CEO's Office from Surbana Jurong Group. He spearheads and oversees a group of special projects, and particularly group initiative on sustainability, BIM, and productivity. He's also the director on the boards of Threesixty Cost Management and Threesixty Contract Advisory, and also appointed as the Managing Director of the Surbana Technologies, pushing Surbana Jurong Smart City agenda. Eugene works on enhancing productivity in design and construction and research on computational BIM, modeling, VR and MR, and other productivity enhancement topics for Surbana Jurong Group. His efforts has won him several accolades for Jurong, Surbana Jurong, including RITS Construction Professional of the Year 2019. He's also a lecturer at the Department of Building, School of Design and Environment, National University of Singapore. Eugene will be sharing with us on the digital twins, being the next innovation in built environment. With this, I would like to hand over the floor to Eugene, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. And thank you, everyone. I'm assuming you can see my slide. Yep. Okay. Yes. Thank you for the introduction, Michael, and thank you for also the organizers for inviting me. I would like to share with you on this thing called platform play, and it's something that I'm very passionate with, and I see that this is going to be the future. Not it's not as in we are keep dabbling in it now, but it's really going to change the way we are going to be looking in facilities management and asset management. So we are where I'm coming from is looking at something like a common data environment, and if I can give the analogy of a body, it is like you is providing two things. One is the analytics, the decision making stuff, which is the brain. The background, the backbone, which is the spine, where all the things are actually connected to this platform. And the major organs would be the things like the the devices, the point solutions, where you'll be able to tap on lights, the energy from lights, be able to monitor water, be able to monitor lifts, and so on and so forth. I was stuck in yesterday. It so happens I was stuck in the lift in my condominium, and it's probably perhaps a small condominium. It was not really connected to anything, right? And so it's a good thing that I could actually give a call to the guardhouse to help me inform the MA. Now, imagine this is all actually connected to a platform. You have a supercomputer that be able to either predict the fault, or if I'm really stuck inside, even without me calling, the brain will let the lift company know that I'm actually stuck. So this is not a dream. We are actually using it for monitoring assets like lift and escalators, energy, water, using smart SCADA, plugging in cameras into the system so that we are able to do video analytics and much more. And I feel that this is really going to be a game changer in the way that we are looking at how we are providing the platform play in FM. So just some of the examples that I would like to push forward is like those is like e-inspection that we have with our clients. In this case, would be with Changi. That if you go to Changi, you go to the toilet and you press all those smiley faces, right? And if you're happy with it, you press big smile. But it's not, you press something and say, hey, I'm not happy, and then the next thing they ask you, why? Is it smell? Is it this? And then you press that the next thing, immediately within 8 minutes, there will be actually a response. So it actually helps to upkeep the place. If there are issues, you can take a photograph immediately. It's sent to a tracker, so that it's actually being addressed. The next generation, we're actually looking at, if you take a picture, you'll be able to recognize what's actually happening in the picture before you can fill it in. Uh, the next step will be actually done by AI. So talking about AI, because you have a spine, you have a brain, you'll be able to tell this brain, if you're literally looking at, if you have shimmering in the lifts and in the escalators, this there's a R square, a regression of 0.98 or 0.99%, that this is actually going to happen in 2 weeks time. So we are now linking in information that we are having from the old sensor boxes to now the new ones, and experimenting in adding new technology and new sensors to it as well. So like anomalies, deceleration, and fitting this into a dashboard so that lift companies, managing agents will be able to use it in intelligent and a predictive way. So we are actually walking the talk. This is just a map whereby we are looking at where do the SJNs stay in Singapore. We are currently in connection one, this red dot below in the south. We're going to move to this black dot in the west, and it's really very west. And these are the people that are staying all over Singapore. What we are doing is we are using this map questionnaire. It's a map and a questionnaire put together. You fill in the necessary things. You draw how you get to work. You cycle to the station or and take MRT. And it then comes up with a suggestion on how should plan our transport routes. How should we pick the SJNs up in all over Singapore. And we have data like perhaps 30-40% want us to work from home, and so we can plan for more optimized use of our campus in the future. This is how um, we should be using technology to assist us in our work, in our planning. And I call this data-driven design. Okay. So data science, I think, is really also going to be the next step. So platform play, and then and data science is going to be the next step. And we have invested into 4 data scientists, and it probably will be growing to doubling that in the next 1 year, because I'm a big fan of data. I call it data-driven designs, data as a service, and it really helps to help us in terms of designing something that's better for to improve the quality of lives of the people in the company, or even in the precinct or the city that we design, or the city that we are looking after. So this is something, it's really just off the box, off the shelf, and I would like to share with you on how we are actually using platform and how we are using data to fight the COVID. So these are the gateways that we have refurbished from all our sensors around Singapore, and we are refurbishing it to be able to pick up this tokens. And so we are partnering with Decrypt, and this is a Bluetooth low energy equipment, and we are be able to know, first and foremost, contact tracing, and second is, if you have actually gone through the site or gone to a certain section, you are actually in this area. So if something happens, you don't need to close down the entire dormitory, don't need to close down the entire site, and you are able to um, really pinpoint with precision who we should be monitoring and why. So there's no, we cannot afford, that's what the keynote speaker said, Melvin, we can't really afford a second close of the economy. So this is really something very precision. So we're using data to fight the virus now, right? And we are putting it in the dorms as well, and people going through. So if we don't need to shut down the whole dorm. We don't even need to shut down the block of the dorm. We just need to shut down maybe a floor. And I'm refining that. We're looking at some ways. We're working with Decrypt, and they're a great company. They 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 have this agile. I call it the agile thinking design methodology, and we are even looking at a reverse thinking to see how we can put it in every DOM. So uh, this is what I mean by using digital and data to really redefine, retool the way we work. And in this case, using it how to fight the virus. And because of that, and I have a bit of background in social network analysis, and I'll be able to tell, for example, these are the guys. The left-hand side is who have been affected. The center one is in the timeline using social network analysis to know who has been there. You can see my name in there because I also volunteered myself. Found out that I'm actually one of those social butterflies. I do meet a lot of people, so I have to be very careful. But you know what? This is something that uh, um, sorry, so and the right one, the right one is on the contact tree. But this is really using data to help us, and we'll be able to use this in terms of planning, design. Once I'll be able to know the social behavior, I'll be able to have social architecture, planning for designing of better cities, better precincts, so that we can manage them easier. So this is the message I would like to give. That will seed some stuff into thought. I know that some of it is thought provoking, but very happy to take questions later. Over to you, Michael.